Oh, hold on. Okay. Oh, hi, everyone. Oh, you just caught us, just in the middle. We thought we were live, but I didn't hit the button. I'm losing my mind. Anyway.
Thankfully, that didn't go on very long.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah. So anyway.
Really?
Let's do that over. Coming at you from New Jersey. You should have seen the original intro. It was dramatic, but I can't do that over, though. I don't have the energy. Coming at you from New Jersey, the capital of misery, and the place where metal forgot to die. This is Here Lies Metal, the podcast that brings you the origins, history, and culture of everything metal. Once again, I am Maledictus, and this is
Samantha.
And we shall be your overlords for today and all of eternity. Welcome. Let's see, is anyone in the chat? Okay, we're waiting for everyone. Come into the chat, everyone. Troll us, whatever you want to do. Okay, so today, of course, it's another news episode, episode 9. We made it to episode 9 of the live news episode. Congratulations to us. And we'll open the show talking about some new bands you should know about, or maybe not know about. Like I said, Samantha scans the archives for new bands and lets you know about them.
Well, none of the bands are new, actually, this week.
New for you.
New music.
Yes.
New offerings.
And our policy here at the Here Lies Metal podcast is for you to find new music and stop obsessing over Ozzy Osbourne and Iron Maiden.
You didn't want to plug your video?
Oh yeah, okay. So anyway, we made a video. My band, the band that I'm still in, apparently. We made a video. The drummer actually filmed us on his cell phone. Filmed us. Why do I say film automatically? It's like he digitalized. We need to change the word. We're automatic.
Videoed?
Well, like we used to say taped. But like I'm sure, I think
highly inappropriate.
Maybe we should just say videoed because it's still video, right?
That sounds awkward.
It's still video though.
Filmed.
No, it's not film though. Like film is when you film something.
It's a metaphor.
With film.
It's a metaphor.
Yeah, but we shouldn't use that. We should get out of that because no one uses film anymore. That's like for artists. They use film. It is film. They'll refer to it as film.
He iPhoned it.
iPhoned it. Well, he used his iPhone. It came out very good. Basically, he was inspired by the Toxic Holocaust video. I'm not sure which video it was for, but he was directly inspired by Toxic Holocaust to make this video. It was just a very shooky video in our studio playing in black and white, with some close-up shots and some guitar lesson shots. It's kind of out of sync, though. He didn't do that. But anyway, he made the video in like a night and had it running the next day. But I don't know. It's for our Global Extinction song. I don't know. Should I play it?
If you like.
I don't know. I don't know if we should. Maybe we'll play it later. Let's get to the news. We'll play it later. I don't want to slow this thing down. And,
all right.
All three of our fans have already seen it anyway. They've seen it on. I put it on the Here Lies Metal. But we made a video, and I think it's getting some good reception. So I guess so.
All right. Let's talk about the new music we'd like to.
Okay. Yeah. So
discuss.
So yeah, we have new music. And you should know about these new music bands. So,
we only select what is of interest or high quality. So we have one of interest, I would say, and two high quality.
Okay.
First, Butcher.
Butcher?
How do we say that? We got an umlaut.
Can I click on this? No,
click on that.
Okay. But these guys must be from Italy.
They're not though.
No?
They are Belgian.
Oh. Are you sure they're not Italian?
Or they could be South American, but no, they are Belgian.
Only Italians look like that when they play though.
Look, they wish they were from like Chile.
Yeah. What's with Chile anyway? Okay, so if you go on Spotify, and I don't know how accurate this is, but I think it must be accurate because it scans IP addresses. When you go to Spotify and you listen to like a new metal band, I mean not a new metal, I mean like a new metal band, like a fairly newer metal band, and you look at the top city that's streaming, 9 out of 10, it's Santiago, Chile.
You should pull them up on Spotify.
Okay.
See what they're.
Oh, I don't have my Spotify here. I can't. I don't have my Spotify window set here. I am not playing. I'm not. My setup is not. Yeah, but it'll be awkward for me to go into my Spotify and set it as a window.
Let's talk about Butcher.
They
have a new album.
They have a umlaut.
They have an umlaut.
Butcher.
I do not know how to pronounce that.
Yeah.
Their new album is called 666 Goats Carry My Chariot.
Okay.
Now, I would say look at this picture.
Very powerful chariot.
And really the best interpretation of this picture is what they sound like. So, they're not making like a progressive death metal. Like, no. They do that have Italian look where they
look Italian.
It really is kind of here. Now they're here, touch and go. We don't know. But no, it's very good. They're making like the speed metal black thrash, which is definitely our lane here at the Here Lies Metal podcast. Once you click on their album.
This one. Oops. This one.
You're on the similar artists, which is incorrect until you've gone to a wrong band. Click back.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to use this thing.
They have a very nice cover for their album.
Where are their records? This thing.
6 Goats. Come on, you're gonna have to give me the mouse. You're not
Okay.
allowed anymore.
I can't see.
It's a very beautiful album cover. Click on it.
Let's click on this. Ta-da.
Anyway, I highly recommend. It's very exciting. It's very intense.
Their logo needs some work. In a design point of view.
Well, they have to have the inverted T.
No, I'm not even talking about that. It's very hard to read because they got this reflection on it. That wasn't a good design choice. This is kind of cool. Whoever they had draw this is kind of cool. This, goats carrying anything. There was not 666 goats. There's only, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's an odd number.
But they've got other goats.
Oh, there's some over here. You can't see it.
Yeah, there's many goats.
Yeah, but only
they're in
5.
a whirlwind
1, 2,
of goats
3,
right now.
4. No, there's 6 of them. No, there's 6.
All of this redness.
There's another one over here.
This is all goats.
Oh, I see.
They're just moving so fast.
Oh wait, no, look. There's some white goats over here.
Exactly.
Though. You can't see it in the thing. It's beyond.
Full of goats.
It's beyond the thing.
Trust me, there are 666 goats.
Okay.
Anyway, if you like stuff like I don't know, Hell Ripper, stuff like that, you're gonna want to check this out. Okay, it's your Black Thrash.
He's whipping the goats with a whip that has like barbed wire on it. Like that's really the goats probably aren't enjoying themselves. This isn't about. What sound the goats make?
I played this for you. What did you think, Maledictus? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was okay.
It was just okay.
Yeah,
I thought
everything is just okay.
I thought it was really good.
Listen, I'm that teacher in school that never gives anyone an A. We hate you.
I expect to see this in my top 10.
Okay, there's they have like 5 listeners.
At the easily top 20, maybe top.
They 10. Have like 5 listeners, and 3 of them are in Santiago, Chile, and the other one are in Mexico City.
I think they do a little bit better. Let's talk about a band that probably has even less listeners.
Okay, next band. And that is
Iron Sword.
Iron Sword.
Fun fact about Iron Sword.
I wish I gotta set the screen where I have full. I should make this full screen, because I can't see where it says Iron Sword. But anyway, we'll just put that up. So
this is Iron Sword right here. I don't know which one of these dudes, but one of them is from Moonspell.
Oh, so it's a 2 band. I don't know. Yeah, they look the same.
No, there's 3 of them.
Oh, yeah. Actually, we can't get them. We can't get the full coverage here.
I'm sorry.
On my screen, I have to set it to right. It's basically cuts off, like most of it. So I have to rearrange our screen. Maybe put us on the bottom or something. Maybe make us smaller. Yeah.
They released their album.
Very
what was
professional.
The album called? Let's bring that up.
The album is called Dun Dun Dun. Discography.
Servants of Steel. I knew it was something like that. And as you might be able to guess, I would call this genre Conan metal. I think most people call it, traditional heavy metal.
Listen, that's very bold to call yourself Conan metal. Okay, why is it Conan metal? Because does it sing songs? Because there are specific songs. There is a whole genre of music that is specifically about the Conan saga.
Just look at the song titles. Click on the album.
Okay, these. Let's see.
Click on the album.
This one, Servants of Steel. Is there anything about Chrom?
The Coils of Set.
Yeah, Son of Chrom.
Son of Chrom.
Yeah.
Gods of the North.
Okay. Yeah, he has to talk about like Dagon, and there's a lot of Lovecraftian lore in Conan. He's got to talk about how so I had this theory that on Conan 1, remember James Earl Jones, he plays what was his name? What was his name on that?
You're asking me the Conan trivia?
Yeah, like there's people watching right now,
and
they're
Conan
like, "Why don't you know Falsadoon?" Falsadoon, played by James Earl Jones, in the beginning of Conan, when Conan's a little boy, they're Atlantean survivors basically, right? So they survived the catastrophe of Atlantis. But no, this is very important. And they came and they raided Conan's village and they killed his parents and they enslaved him. Then they sold him to
on the wheel.
Then they made him to a human donkey.
I remember this part.
And he was walking around the wheel for pretty much all his life, like in circles. And he got really strong legs. He got really good calves doing that, right? So then he became like a gladiator and stuff. But then he got free somehow. And but anyway, basically killing his parents. See, Falsadoon knew, being that he was from the ocean, he knew that Dagon was coming, right? Like on Conan 2, he knew. But he needed to make someone that was going to be strong enough to fight Dagon. So he had to kill Conan's parents to make him like really angry, because if he didn't, even though Falsadoon seemed like a bad guy, he had to save the world and needed to make a warrior and just have this guy raised like this so he can fight along with Will Chamberlain, who was in Conan 2, Conan the Destroyer. that he could fight Rich. If Rich was
Alright,
watching,
why-
if Rich was watching, he'd be freaked because I used to always do this with him. And he'd get he'd like threaten to
Alright,
kill me all
you
the time.
are derailing this review
No,
entirely.
no, no. But this is more important. The Conan
No, it's
saga.
not.
But anyway, Conan was created by Falstadoon, knowing in the future that Dagon was going to rise from the ocean. So Conan
Alright.
was ready to fight him, along with Grace Jones and Will Chamberlain.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Iron Sword, Portuguese band, as
That-
we said, is
Portuguese.
member of Moonspell's in here.
Portuguese.
But this does not sound like Moonspell.
No,
No fucking
fortunately.
goth shit
That's fortunate.
at all.
Yeah,
This
Moonspell.
is Conan metal. This is, they sound quite a bit like Cirith Ungol, I would say.
Oh yeah,
which
Cirith
I
Ungol
love
is
Cirith
Cirith Ungol is like Conan, like, you know.
They're also Conan metal.
It's like Conan-
Less explicitly so than this.
It's more like Conan Doom.
Yeah.
You know, like
But-
second gen Doom.
They even have a vocalist. I think they have two vocalists on this, or they have one guy who sounds really different, depending on how he's singing.
Okay.
But one of them sounds just like the guy from Cirith Ungol.
He sings like
But yeah, very very good album. It's a little rough around the edges, but I mean, this isn't a new band either. This is like maybe their fifth or sixth album.
Okay,
but
so they've been around for a while.
They've got a pretty rough sound, but very very strong songs.
I am going to
and
next
very
time.
Exciting.
Listen, next time I'm going to
We like
say
Conan metal
Conan.
over here.
I'm Conan. Crush your enemies, see them driven before you. Lamentation of the women. Yeah, I'm gonna make another window here for Spotify next time. So we can be like, hey, look up. We're not gonna play the songs, obviously, but you know, we're going, hey, look how many listens there. We can just see their page real quick and be like, oh, this is how many listens they
Let's
have.
move on to the big release here.
And seeing how many people from Santiago, Chile, listen to them. Who's this?
Why don't you say the name?
Well, you can't be called. How can you be? Is that like 3 in a row?
They put all the logos up. It's Sepultura.
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 Sepultura. Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
It says it 3 times.
Well, you can just be like Sepultura.
Sepultura. Sepultura.
You
Sepultura.
gotta get that Brazilian
Sepultura.
you know.
Sepultura. Sepultura.
Brazilian menace in there when you
Oh
say
yeah, no, I go to Sepultura.
You're saying like an Italian.
No. Well, Max Cover, I think, is actually Italian.
He's
But,
an Italian from Brazil.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe he's actually Italian. Yeah, don't quote. I believe he's actually Italian.
Cavallero.
His father, I'm pretty sure, is Italian. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I looked this up.
I think Sepultura is a Portuguese word, though.
Yeah.
Or I think it's grave. Anyway,
grave. Sepultura.
you know, like sepulcher.
Sarcophago is sepultura.
Anyway, Sepultura, you know, they're legends. They're
Yeah. So,
big deals. Max Cavallero is not the big
oh, so this is the
Neither
real.
is Igor.
Oh no. Max Cover hasn't actually.
No, not
funny.
for a long time.
Yeah, actually, technically, no one in the band is actually an original member. Like if you go
No
back
one?
from
None of them?
if you go back from day one, but 2 of the members.
Been a while.
What's his name? Paolo, and Andreas are like, you know, you could consider them original members, but
at this point, like even like Derek Green, you know, has been in.
yeah, Derek Green's been there since the 90s.
Yeah.
And he's good. I saw him. I saw them live, and they put on. He comes out with his timbales. He's like, "Ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dun-dun-dun." It's all like, "Da-da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun." And that drummer is good, man. They got a drummer. That guy's good. They're good. I like Sepultura.
Anyway, they came out with a new album called Quadra.
So why are we having Sepultura on here? Like, is
Why?
Sepultura a little too big for this thing?
Well,
I thought when you showed me, I thought it was some band calling themselves Sepultura 3 times. I was like, what is that? I was like,
no, it's Sepultura.
It's actual Sepultura.
Why wouldn't we talk about
Why
Sepultura?
would we look up Sepultura on
You
the
can bring up this photo of them when we talk about them, so people can look at something.
the full thing didn't come
Okay.
up though, unfortunately.
We can see Derek Green there.
But that's a new picture of them. That's a very new picture.
Well,
of,
that's who released the album. Just click on it. God.
Yeah, we can't. Oh, there you go. Oh, it's a separate.
Offering.
Oh, it's a separate picture. I thought it was one picture, and I thought it was getting cut off. Sorry. There we go. So yeah.
Okay.
Derek Green,
Anyway, the reason we're talking about this album
Paolo.
is because it's pretty good.
I haven't listened to it.
Huh?
I haven't listened to it. I don't usually like gravitate towards like
Well,
super mainstream bands. Just listen to new stuff.
I can talk about it. You don't listen to music at all. I don't know. What
No,
you're talking about.
especially like old man bands that like they may
Alright.
come up with something new. I'm always like, whatever.
I'm not a Sepultura scholar. By
No, me
any
neither.
means.
Me neither.
You know, I actively don't like a lot of the '90s stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Sepultura in a way was a little bit new metal in a way. They kind of
for
they were
sure.
definitely
Like-
a pioneer.
Like Roots is basically a new
Oh,
metal
Roots is
album.
a good album though.
That's new metal.
It kind of is, but it's a good album.
Or we can blame
It's
for
got
new
like
metal.
a lot of it's got a lot of rhythm in it.
Okay, it's not like as bad as Korn.
No. It's not in the same realm, but it definitely you could put it in that universe.
Like if you listen to that, like after like one of the thrash albums from the '80s, like
no, it's not like kids with like Jankos and stuff and shaved sides and stuff. But it's it's in the same, it's in that universe though.
I just thought
loosely
this was notable to talk about just because it sounds like a piece of steak. Like it's just very good. It's very well produced. It's very well performed. I really enjoyed the thrash parts of this. It has some like prog elements.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, they get all like Brasilia, like they get all
more than just like the Brazilian elements.
Yeah.
Like there are some legitimate prog elements.
They're like, hey, we're from Brazil.
But they don't ever overdo it, I would say.
Yeah.
And
they gotta let you know they're from Brazil.
This album's definitely there. It's for the Sepultura bros. I feel
yeah,
like this is definitely a bro band.
Well, a lot of Sepultura was a big they were a big supporter of cargo shorts back then. Like maybe still today. Camouflage cargo shorts today. Yeah, they still wear them. I've been to the Sepultura show. Sure. I saw it, but it was a good show.
This album's not going to disappoint any of those bros.
Is there any? Listen,
it's very meaty.
Is there any?
Yes, there are some drums.
Yeah, because they like to do
chanting.
that. They like to do that.
There's some elements.
They got rhythm.
But
they got the rhythm.
But if you're into Sepultura, I do recommend this.
Sepultura.
It's
Sepultura. I like saying that.
Probably won't be in my top 10.
I'm probably
not gonna. 20, but
I'm probably not gonna listen to it.
You don't need to listen to it.
Yeah.
But it's a good new release.
Yeah, okay.
It's high quality.
I was just,
it's of objective high quality, and I can recognize.
I thought we only used the database for like obscure bands, though.
I just put that up there so you could click on a photo of them.
Okay. Well, we could have just found one anywhere on Google Pictures. Yeah, we could have just done that.
And then we would also have this. Trivia here in case you wanted to reference.
Right, we have a lot of.
This is like their 15th album.
Yeah, like in everything they've ever done here.
Exactly.
So like
So why not
this
have
guy.
a database?
Yeah, I was that's why I was surprised. Like I was like, oh, is there some band that called themselves Sepultura 3 times? I was like, what is this? I was it's actual Sepultura like on here. I didn't think like stuff like this mattered, on the database. It's just, kind of like not like the database is obviously doing a lot of work.
The database has everybody who's metal. Everyone. It doesn't the big, it has the small.
Yeah,
it's got Butcher, it's got Sepultura.
As long as it's considered,
it's got everything.
As long as it's considered metal, like you won't find Uncle Acid on here, or something like that. Right. You won't find Slipknot on here, right?
Any other complaints?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just wondering what their process is to kick bands in and out of what's on here. I wonder what their board meeting is.
They have a whole FAQ. You should go read it.
Oh, really? Okay, so they have it figured out. We need to talk to these people. These guys are the best people in all of metal. These French Canadian guys, they are the best people, the most useful people in all of metal ever. Okay, praise be to the archive guys, these 2 French Canadians that run this thing. Praise be.
Okay.
Okay, that's it for the bands. So yeah, I wasn't expecting Sepultura to be one of them. Okay, so we have news though. Beginning our news.
Our first story is a Sepultura story.
Okay, yeah. So Sepultura.
We're transitioning.
There's a little bit of conflict in the Sepultura world. So there they are right there. It's the same picture. That's the latest press photo. Obviously, it's going around the internet. So Max Cavalera, the original founder of Sepultura, back in the day, his wife, Gloria Cavalera, launches attack on Sepultura with a simple "fuck you." They could have just wrote it out. Why can't they just write out "fuck you"? What is this, like 1980? Like
this is a metal publication.
Yeah, you just write out. No one's gonna be like, you wrote "fuck." Maybe they're worried about demonetization. Maybe they're worried about advertising. Like maybe advertisers might not.
You know what? I think they do. I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's usually why you don't.
All right.
Do
I'll take. They got to scrape by somehow.
Yeah. Well, like $5 a month, these people get in. No, Metal Hammer is actually a British publication. They've been around for a long time. They're like an original.
Okay, so
print.
They're British.
Yeah, they're original at print. I believe
There's
they're British.
A lot of decorum over there.
They're original at print thing. They go back a long way. It's Old Man Metal magazine. So Gloria Cavalera, wife of former Sepultura frontman, has blasted the band's current singer Derek Green after he claimed it was hard for people to move on when it came to the chances of the band's original lineup reuniting. Yeah, that was like a thing for like 5 seconds. There was talk about that for like 5 seconds, and I was like, that's not gonna happen. I was like, that can't happen. There was too much conflict going back a long way, and obviously, that's probably not gonna happen. So what else do we think about this?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to get a read on this because from what I've seen on when, Max originally left, there was a lot of trauma going on. And she was their manager.
Well, we talked about that.
Yeah, we did talk about it.
About how someone's son died or her son died.
So his stepson.
Yeah, and they had to take off time. And then when he came back to the band, he was not welcome.
So not only, it wasn't just take time off, but he had to cancel. The band didn't cancel, but he didn't show up for a show and they played as a 3-piece.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
And I think he was very pissed at them for not canceling the gig.
Yeah.
And it seemed also like the band hated her.
Yeah, like she's some kind of Yoko Ono kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't know about Yoko Ono necessarily because she was their manager, not just their girlfriend.
Or not just the girl that hung around the studio.
Yeah, like she had a job with the band.
Right.
So it's a bit more heightened when they
where she's actually giving them orders.
And she's also like the band leader's wife.
Yeah, and she's kind of ordering them around.
Sounds like a stressful
environment. She has the position obviously because she's the band leader's wife. Whether she's qualified or not, we don't know.
So, but there's definitely was a lot of tension, a lot of bad blood. And apparently it's still simmering away. She said, hey, I have a shout out. Fuck you. Max and Igor never ever talk about a reunion. Why do you think they left? LOL.
LOL.
You're needing to talk about Max and Igor to get some press?
LOL.
Actually, I don't think so. Sepultura is
I'm like 55 and I talk like a 17-year-old.
Yeah,
LOL.
it's hard for you to move on.
Green told the Scars and Guitars. Who's the Scars and Guitars
she's just
podcast?
Like, she's not live and let live on the.
Well, she's a manager. She's she's cutthroat. She's probably like, "Fuck you! Don't you say that about my husband."
Continuing on without.
Anyways,
Max.
Green told Scars and Guitars. Scars and Guitars. That's who's Scars and Guitars?
Well, she
podcast?
was reacting to that. Where he's just he doesn't even say anything very like strong. Like I hope we can do a reunion. He was just saying like he thinks people would like a reunion.
Yeah, probably people.
So she seems a bit unhinged.
But what did they do with Derek Green if they had a reunion? They couldn't. They couldn't.
Listen, that's why it's so like kind of big of him to mention it.
I mean, Cavalera was obviously a guitarist and a singer, but you really can't take Derek Green's thunder because he has a lot of thunder up there. He plays his drums and everything. He's a front man. He's a very good front man. I kind of prefer him.
Yeah, but like if there was a reunion, like you'd imagine like Max would sing some things and Derek would have to definitely move over to a little bit more room.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
No, but like he's clearly saying like he seems like he'd be willing to do that because people would like to see that.
Yeah, sure. It'd be like the super group almost.
But obviously that's not going to happen.
No, there's too many.
He's married to this crazy lady.
Well, there's too many egos involved. It's not a realistic thing.
I don't know. What Max didn't come out and say anything, and neither did Igor, who Gloria is mentioning. Yeah, but I think what's funny is they tried to screenshot her post, but maybe she took it down.
Yeah, she's like, I take it down. I'm pretty sure she's like Brazilian or something. And she talks like that. She's like, I take it down.
I don't know if she's Brazilian.
Yeah, I don't
think she is.
Derek Green is not Brazilian. He's like from Ohio or something.
No, yeah, he moved to Brazil.
He
adopted Brazil.
Oh, he moved to Brazil for them. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he just stayed in America. He's like, I'm staying here, you motherfuckers. I don't want to get disease down there.
He learned to play Brazilian drums.
He's like, I don't want to get malaria.
I'm sure he speaks Portuguese now.
I saw him. I'm like, oh, that's a big Brazilian dude. It's like, no, he's like, hey, I'm actually American.
He's from like Cleveland.
He's from Cleveland. It's like, oh, I thought he was like some Brazilian dude who played. He's like taka 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 taka. But yeah.
He just co-opted their culture.
That's what they do. They go and they do it. They're proud of it when they do it. When they go taka taka taka. They're very proud that they could do that very well. They could play those drums like motherfuckers. Those Brazilians. They play soccer really well and Brazilian food, hey, it's great. Yeah. Right? If you like meat. Why are we
talking about Brazilian food?
If you like meat and you like seafood, Brazilian food is for you. You've all been there. So anyway. Yeah, so that's about it for this one. Just conflict in the middle world. I don't want to read on. You get the point.
In case you thought the Cavaleras were cool with Sepultura, they're not.
No, we always knew that they weren't. Like, I just didn't know that any conflicts
you
would
would
be
think maybe after all these years, I mean, it's not like they recently... had to split.
I mean, that was a kind of a bad breakup there. So
well, yeah, it was bad, but there's been no cooling, at least on Gloria's part.
Yeah, I mean, obviously somebody died, and people were not loyal. So
well, I mean, Derek Green didn't do anything.
That's true. Shit. Derek Green was not involved. He wasn't even in the band.
She's the one he's attacking. She's attacking him.
Yeah. So and he just said something very minor, but yeah. So she sounds like he's got to be married to her. He's got to deal with her. So. So, that's what happens. That's what happens.
All right.
That's what happens when you let the women in the band. Okay, when you let the women too close to the band.
Excuse me.
That's my that's my Magatow support for today. That's my. But we're trying to get a Magtow audience, so I have to pander to them. Yeah.
Well,
totally.
You're already invalidated by me being right here.
We have to test our
They're gonna
audience.
call you like a simp or something.
We have to.
or
A what? I don't know. I don't know.
I think that's a new term. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Their boomer here does not understand these young people. Weird.
Anyway, you are not a man going your own way.
Yes. Yeah. I don't understand these zennials being afraid of women culture. I don't really get it. We didn't have that.
I don't think it's them. I think older guys started.
It's more the millennials. Yeah. It's more that.
No, I think it's more Gen X.
Really, the Gen Xers? No,
started it. Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Gen Xers maybe start, but the younger ones go. I never knew any Gen Xers that were into that. Like that was just not a thing in our culture. If you felt that way, you were like you were not.
Okay.
Yeah, you weren't.
Let's move on to someone who's not a man going his own way.
This guy. Is this the right article? Oh, this guy. Yeah. So Till Lindemann. Can't stop making porn videos, and fans ain't mad at it. Why would they be? So as you know, it's like, if you can understand anything Rammstein says, which they don't usually.
No idea.
They used to never really cater to English, but some of their songs they would translate into English, and it didn't translate well because obviously the songs are made to be in German. But when it did, it's like, wow, those words are what was translated, that made any sense. It was like, wow, those lyrics kind of fucked up. So yeah, Rammstein for being such a hugely mainstream band, and you couldn't get more mainstream than a band like Rammstein. They're pretty raunchy. I mean, being European, being East German actually, they're from East Germany, so
It's hardcore.
Yeah, they're pretty like, I don't know how. I think most people just don't get it because they have such a big stage show and they have fire, and they do have like a giant ejaculating penis, and not in the same way Gwar does. Like it's like huge. It's like the size of like a Volkswagen. It's not like Odious Urungus or it's like a whole different thing. And there's not only 3,000 people there. There's more like 20,000 people watching this. Kids and parents, probably. Parents taking their kids to the Rammstein show. Oh my God, that's do people get it? Like what's going on? Or they just think, oh, cool, fire. I don't know. I'll never understand why Rammstein is able to be, because the stuff is like, it's it's from even a person that's seen many pretty raunchy bands, a person who's been to many Gwar shows.
Definitely, it's not just raunchy anymore. It's full out porn.
Yeah, and that's they're just doing that German thing. You know how the Germans are with that stuff.
You can watch uncensored for $1.99 in euros on a German adult site.
Oh, so it's actual porn. Yeah.
Yes, it is real porn.
Okay.
You can watch him, the guy from Rammstein, have sex.
So he's actually doing it himself. He's not like directing it. So he's actually participating.
He's doing it. He's a star. Did you know you could watch him have sex?
Oh, that's weird. I don't think has any actor voluntarily done that. Has any musician or anyone done that voluntarily before? Like,
I mean, Vincent Gallo.
Who's Vincent Gallo?
He was the guy from the movie he did in was Brown Bunny, but he's in that movie I hate.
Which one?
He directed it with Christina Ricci. It's in Buffalo. What's it called? It's really famous.
I don't know.
Oh my God, it's gonna drive. Okay.
Christina Ricci's from here. Do you know? She's from Montclair.
Why don't you talk about Till Lindemann?
Till Lindemann.
I'm gonna look this up.
So, I looked that up. So we're starting to think Till Lindemann has an obsession with sex. Yeah, that's been pretty clear. But I think it's gotten more. It used to be a little bit more like
Buffalo 66.
Buffalo. I've never heard of that.
You haven't seen that?
Never.
Maybe you should see it for educational purposes.
But back in the day, like Rammstein, they just there was a lot of like really double and triple entendres back then. But now it's kind of out in the open. That's how I feel about it anyway. Like it wasn't like out in the open back then. It was in German, and it just sounded like a cool song, right? But now it's just like sex. The newest video from Rammstein's frontman, but this is his own stuff though, yeah. So this is just things he's making.
No, I think it's a music video.
Is it like with Rammstein or is it just Till Lindemann? Because I think he has a solo thing, isn't he? Already approaching 1 million views in just one day, filled with positive comments. Lindemann's video, Platz 1. We could play here, but we're not gonna because we'll get hit. I'm sure it's obviously Rammstein is hugely popular, so this will definitely come.
So no, I think that's Rammstein.
Okay, it's actually Rammstein. Is an orgy of decadence and horror. Yeah, he can never just like have nice sex. Like he has to like torture people or whatever. That's
anyway.
What,
He's made some porno-y stuff in the past.
Yeah.
But this is really the first time you can tell that's really his dick doing the.
this is real dick.
Doing this.
Fans certainly remember Rammstein's insane video for Pussy back in 2009, along with Not Safe for Work Lindemann videos for Fish On and Nibble. This one, however, leaves uncertainty to date whether Till has edited himself into it or actually participated in it. We're not sure if it's...
No, this was taking away.
Okay.
So before, there was, plausible deniability that he was actually the one you were watching have sex.
Yes.
But now, it's like, no, that's him. Like,
that's actually him.
Yes.
And his Platz 1.
Anyway.
Platz 1.
Did you think in the 90s that you would be able to watch the guy from Rammstein in a porn?
As raunchy as they were, even with in code, in sort of like a mask,
Anyway.
Should
we buy this video?
No.
Are we at that point in our relationship where we're gonna watch Rammstein porn?
It's just yeah, that's just weird. I don't know what to think about that. I just glanced upon his article very quickly. I thought he just had a video that was really raunchy. I didn't realize that it was him doing.
Why don't you do your research?
I didn't really care. I didn't. I glossed. I did not add this article myself. So I was like,
Anyway.
I saw it and I was like, nah, I don't really want to talk about that.
Does it make you uncomfortable?
No, it was just like I didn't think it was anything. I was like, whatever, it wasn't what I was looking for. I'll gloss over all the articles because obviously they're all there in the middle of media out in the open, and I'll just kind of be like, nah, that one's not gonna do. So,
all right.
There's nobody here today. Why is there no one here today? Everyone, come out and talk to us. It's very lonely here. I'm looking at the chat. There's nobody here. Why is there nobody here, everyone? Why don't you just come out and talk to us? Screw you guys. So, what does Corey Taylor think about that are the greatest new bands of metal? I wonder if he has the same choices that we do at the Herelies Metal podcast. So, this is from Metal Injection. This is actually from Loudwire, but I'm sure Loudwire has the same.
I'm
article.
sure they did.
Yeah, they got it first. We did it. No, we did it first because we want to know what Corey Taylor thinks. So Slipknot and Stones that we know where he's from. He doesn't let us forget. Recently sat down with the BBC, it's very official, for a chat, and ended up talking about the importance of the new generation. So Taylor initially gave shout-outs to Knocked Loose and Horror. I know who Horror, Horror actually played at White Eagle Hall once. I'm familiar with them, but I don't know who Knocked Loose is.
It's a hardcore band.
Oh, so you know what? He's getting into all these new kind of hardcore bands, but these, I think he also like Code Orange. He's a big fan of Code Orange, and for some reason, that is like this sort of hardcore-ish band.
Kind of like new metal now.
Yeah, it's more like hardcore meets that kind of thing.
So of course he would like it.
But yeah, obviously, because I think bands like that are obviously sort of inspired by the crap he laid down back in the 90s in some way. Maybe that when they were kids, they were into like Slipknot in the 90s. Who knows? Of course, they're still like kids. Like, no, Code Orange, what are they, like 18?
Code Orange?
What are they, like 18? They look like children, But, here's Corey Taylor quote. I think like I haven't done impersonations well. Like, I think like the underground is always gonna be healthy. Well, these aren't really that underground, but anyway.
No, well, for him they are.
That's true. For someone like him, like this is like that's pretty, really stuff. He'd be like, you never heard of it, bro, because that's where the majority of the trendsetters and cutting edge artists. That's not true, man. A lot of the cutting edge artists are right there in the open. Whether what you consider cutting edge, whether it's bands like Knock Loose or bands like you didn't finish that one. There's like this fantastic band called, anyone who ever hears about Horror, they think it's like this new. Kirk Hammett did the same thing like years ago. He's like, yeah, man, like, this is a new band called Horror, spelled with 9s, and like anytime anyone ever hears of Horror, they think they're like this great new band, and then you're like, I discovered this new band called Horror. It's like, no, they've been around for a while, man. So Corey Taylor finally got onto Horror, which is like this hip hop metal hardcore. Dabble so many genres. Isn't it amazing?
They're so good.
They're so amazing. Horror. Yeah, Corey Taylor just discovered
thanks
Horror.
Thanks for letting us know, Corey Taylor.
Corey Taylor said he just discovered Horror after 10 years after they came out. As he feels the Slipknot responsibility to promote the next. Oh, so it's your responsibility to promote. We're gonna leave that to you, Corey Taylor.
I don't think we should read his whole.
No, I
quote.
can't let Joe, but any more stuff that Corey Taylor says. But okay, so yeah, there you go. You heard it, folks. Corey Taylor said it's up to him and Slipknot to usher in the new era of metal and to really inspire that for the next generation. So
there he mentions his own band.
Oh yeah, and him too. Yeah, and to make sure you also buy the new Slipknot album because it was the best album of the year for most of the metal publications. Did you know that? Besides Tool, it was like the best.
It was
album.
like number 3. That's pretty good.
At worst, it was number 3 for some people. Then some people have it as 1. When most people had Tool as number 1 for some, obviously. But
anyway, Slipknot will hot the road soon.
Hot the road. Is that a spelling error?
That must be a typo. With a
hit,
day to
right,
remember under oath code orange as part of their Knotfest Roadshow. Sounds horrifying.
I just realized, it just dawned on me that Knotfest was because Slipknot. I thought
Seriously?
Yes. I thought it was just something called
Knotfest.
Knotfest.
We've been talking about the knot for so long.
But I never put that together. It just dawned on me, like, oh,
what
Knotfest.
Did you think it was?
I thought it was just something called the Knotfest. Like, it was a thing of all kinds of bands, which it is. And I didn't think it, like, really specifically had anything to do with Slipknot. I wasn't even sure, aware that Slipknot was playing in it all the time. But obviously, yes, it's their thing. I just dawned on me. I obviously don't dig too deep into things like that. I'm like, oh, Knotfest. That sounds like just another festival.
I don't think you have to dig too deep to figure it out.
I didn't, you
just have to see
knot,
it
bro.
written.
Bro, like, we called the Knotfest after the knot, bro. Bro, where are you, bro? What are you thinking?
Can't wait for the Knotfest.
The Knotfest, bro. So yeah, so it's fortunate that Corey Taylor is just doing so much for the next generation in metal. It's
and he's picking them.
He's picking. He knows.
He's picking the successors.
He knows. He's the first one that heard of Code Orange and horror.
He's the first one.
He's you heard it from the mouth of Corey Taylor, folks. So oh hey Bill, why don't you talk to us, Bill? Sorry, Vass. And yeah. But that's we always knew what Corey Taylor said is gospel, and according to all the metal publications, what Corey Taylor says is gospel. It's just where the dates are, and we don't care.
Okay.
Right. Let's want to go to that instead of Psycho.
Yes.
Maybe we could follow this.
Oh, let's just follow the Knotfest.
Yeah, we could just go to every single one. Knotfest, bro. How about not? Not. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Not. You guys are so bad. You earned such a terrible joke. Okay. What's next? Oh, what's this? Okay, so Ozzy Osbourne says Tony Iommi still intimidates him. Ozzy Osbourne's went deep regarding Black Sabbath's early career in a recent episode of Rick Rubin's Broken Record. Rick Rubin has a show.
Oh, well, I was just listening to that.
All Rick Rubin has to do is be like, oh, I have a podcast. And then he has a podcast and a million people listen to it because, he's Rick Rubin.
Well, hey, he got Ozzy to go on his podcast.
Well, yeah, Rick Rubin just has to say Ozzy.
And Sharon. Sharon was there, too.
Yeah, well, he just has to say, hey, Ozzy, come on my podcast. And Ozzy be like, why wouldn't they come? Rick Rubin's obviously a very important person in the music universe. Anyway, I hate this whole Prince of Darkness thing. Like, they just, does he really...
If you listen to this podcast, and I just did, Ozzy is not the Prince of Darkness.
No.
Ozzy's kind of just like a nice guy.
He's just like, he's an old man.
I will say that this was a very entertaining listen. Rick Rubin doesn't just have a podcast, or I would say Ozzy is entertaining. Rick Rubin is fine. He was kind of like just your regular fawning podcast host. Which is probably how he made it as a music producer, by just fawning over a lot of musicians.
Yeah, I don't think Rick Rubin really has a personality. He's just, obviously has a talent or whatever, if you will. But all he has to do is just be Rick Rubin.
I gotta say, Ozzy's still, God, I haven't listened to him speak at length for any before.
Yeah, he's always interesting. I mean, you kind of have to kind of bear with him when he talks, but he definitely
he definitely stumbles over his words, which is actually impressive.
Yeah, but he also has good things to say.
Parkinson's disease.
Yeah, he was.
But he had a lot of engaging stories and was able to speak.
Every month they'll do like an interview with him with on that radio station, on the Ozzy radio station.
Oh, I missed this.
Yeah, they do it every month. So they do one with some guitar player that played. I forget his name. He's like the typical like British like sort of like that British guitar player that's seen everything. And he's like, and he has that Cockney accent. And he's like, Ozzy, tell me about this. And he's like, well, and he basically they just talk to each other. They just basically shoot the breeze with each other like two old women. And and Ozzy just goes on these stories, and it's just kind of funny just listening to Ozzy talk to this guy. what is his? What's his name? Something Madison. What is his name? I forget his name. I think he's played for Billy Idol before. This guy.
I don't know.
Anyway, but I can't remember his name. Anyway, so we even called it earlier in his Elsewhere interview. Rock listened to some Ozzy Osbourne's latest material, including the song "Straight to Hell." All Ozzy stuff is just garbage.
Just do your Ozzy impression.
Oh, okay.
Here.
This is a great lyricist. Yeah, Geezer wrote a lot of lyrics actually. As a bass player, no one could touch him. Ozzy said, "Bill and his day was great." Oh, that's a slap in the face. Because Sharon's standing next to Ozzy, and she's just like, "Don't you say anything good about Bill, because he's not being in this band anymore. So say he was good."
He said a lot of nice things about Bill. In the show,
he will, but like he's never gonna be.
Bill was his friend. He said Bill was he was closest to Bill.
Yeah, I think Bill.
And when they fired him, they had Bill do it.
Yes. I know all these stories because the great John Alcamo would always tell me these I always heard these from the mouth of John Alcamo, who knew everything about Black Sabbath. And he always told me Bill Ward had to fire him. Bill Ward was kind of like, the diplomatic guy with Ozzy, because Tony was, kind of didn't really like him that much. But Tony said it was going to be the greatest. No one's touching it. He continued off Army. He was in the band, really. All of us are part of the band. And most of the band is praising but one. Well, obviously, he's the only one that's been in the band like nonstop since day one. There's a point where only Tony Iommi was in the mid '80s. It was only Tony Iommi in that band. So, the group said is look back in time when
said Jethro Tull almost stole Tony Iommi.
Yeah, I think it's another. See, all these stories, like all these classic, I would always hear these from John Alcama, and I think I think Tony Iommi was actually in Jethro Tull very briefly.
Yeah, he was.
Yes.
I think he did some. Ozzy said he did some TV spot with them.
Yes.
And he said the reason he didn't just leave and join Jethro Tull was because Tony Iommi didn't like to listen to anybody, and he didn't like to follow anybody's rules, and they were trying to make him wear a hat or something.
Yeah, they obviously,
like, you gotta wear this hat.
Yeah, like Jethro Tull, obviously they're very avant-garde,
so,
and it would only kind of get worse.
He wanted to go back to Black Sabbath when he was fucking in charge.
Yeah, so. Jethro Tull is kind of like, but who would win a metal award? You or Jethro Tull first? Haha. Jethro Tull is the one that got that metal award in 1989, not you.
Anyway, so. I do recommend listening to this podcast. It was quite entertaining.
Yeah, so I heard like Tony Iommi used to beat up Ozzy.
Ozzy was like, he'll just punch you.
Yeah, because Ozzy, and not, Tony Iommi was being a mean guy, because Ozzy used to just be like super edgelord guy, like in the 70s. Ozzy, obviously in his old age, just calmed down a lot. He used to be like a very unpredictable, kind of piece of shit. Like basically what I heard is he would go around in the like hotels and rip up all the Bibles, because he's like, I'm super edgelord. So and Tony Iommi's like, stop doing that. I was like, yeah, fuck you. So Tony Iommi would just like beat him up, like, stop fucking doing that. Stop acting like an asshole. So you kind of have to, just kind of put Ozzy in his place, So, yeah. So, and, he's obviously intimidated of Tony Iommi's talent. And, just, that old coal mining rage, just punch you in the face, So I'll punch you in the fucking face, huh? Black lung.
It's a little funny.
Yeah.
Funny story from an old man. We're in the old man section right now.
Yeah, this is the old man.
We got out of the 90s and now we're in the
I think
old
most
man.
of the stories in Here Live Metal involved old men, because that's all these like metal public. Obviously, I can't break the news myself. I don't really have an organization.
Well, you'll
to do
see.
That.
I organized
but,
it.
Yes, I saw.
We actually have a good spread.
But we, I think most, every episode is going to have a few old man metal stories, because that's really what all these publications care about. That's really their focus. What's Ozzy doing? What's Iron Maiden doing? What's Corey Taylor doing? It's really just based on that most of the time. What our dying rock heroes are doing. But I guess we're gonna. One day they're all gonna die. We're gonna have to completely just get on something new. Well, by then Corey Taylor will be an old man, right? So we'll just be like, what's Corey Taylor's in Corey Taylor has Parkinson's disease. That'd be like something like that. So, yeah, Ozzy, old picture of Ozzy, let's go over these pictures of Ozzy. Ozzy looks like a nice guy here, but he was a total, complete asshole back then. Like, you have no idea. He was a real, like, rotten human being. Like, the most rotten human being you could think of. I think, when he met Sharon, he was kind of like, getting better, but it took him a while. It took him, like, 20 years to, Jake Lee. Ozzy when he pissed on the Alamo. This is when. Oh no, this is in Memphis. So this is another time. He's obviously he's wearing like a hockey jersey, but no, that's not the mugshot from when he pissed on the Alamo. I don't know what he did here. Probably ran around naked or something. Yeah, Oz used to always like do something. Like in the 1980s, he was always doing something that would hair metal Ozzy. I love hair metal Ozzy. Here's hair metal Ozzy. Hair metal Ozzy's the best. It's like late 80s Ozzy, early 90s Ozzy. The age of, as the evolution of Ozzy. Really bad haircut.
Wow.
Ozzy after he fell off of his bike, 2004. That's kind of that really messed him up. Like he never really recovered from that. And Ozzy, and he just doesn't really age at this point anymore.
Well, his entire appearance is artificial at that
point. Yeah, probably all of his hair is fake. Because obviously like a 71-year-old man doesn't have hair like that. It's just not going to happen. So, or whatever they have to do to his hair. It's amazing how they just, make this guy look just forever. Just try to keep him, like they just try to keep him in that 90s Ozzy mode, like forever.
I mean, that's
eternally.
Like everybody over 50 in California.
Yeah, that's true. That's really just, it's really a sick society, California in general, because this is just what it breeds. But, just let him age. Yeah, we should just let him age. Like, just be an old man and just be like, I used to be Ozzy Osbourne, and now I just sit back and I collect my money. We shouldn't have to watch this guy anymore. Anyway, so what's this? Speaking of guys with like gray patches of hair.
This is another funny anecdote.
Every once in a while, Alex Skolnick has something to say.
It's like a curated gray streak.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yes, that's his look. He's got the that whatever you call it.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's called, but
a gray streak.
Is it called a gray streak? I thought there was a name for it. I thought there was like a name for that, but
no.
Recalls his brief stint as Ozzy Osbourne guitar. So how long did that last? He was briefly. Yeah, he was actually one of Ozzy's. Obviously
played with them once.
When you're an Ozzy guitarist, obviously it gives you kind of like this legendary status. Everyone remembers every Ozzy guitarist, except for that guy they had in the early '90s. No, that guy like they had after. No, maybe the late '90s. They had him after Zakk Wylde. I don't know who he was, but he was definitely a nobody Ozzy guitarist. But anyway, so when was Al Skolnick?
So this was in June '95.
Okay, so that was like sort of in between Zakk Wylde and that other guy.
So he auditioned and he got the role, and he played one show with them, and then he got replaced immediately.
Yeah, with that other guy. There was obviously some other dude.
You should read this.
So I jammed with. I don't really have a voice for Alex Skolnick. I jammed with Ozzy the first time. And everybody told me Ozzy hates to rehearse. Here's what's going to happen. He's going to come into a room and he's going to call out a song. And whatever he calls out, just know the song. That's pretty stressful. Obviously, Ozzy's not going to teach you a song. You better just fucking know it. At this point in his career, he's probably like, you better fucking know it or get the fuck out of my face. So it's going to be one of these songs. They gave you a list. Don't tune. You don't have to tune. If your amp makes noise, turn it off. Very stressful. He hates noise. Ozzy, so imagine going through that. Like, you're just like under super stress there. And Ozzy, all you have to do is like do one little thing to set him off. So I had this whole preparation. Sure enough, he came in. He barged in the room. He called out the songs. And apparently, it went really well. Because I heard we were doing this unannounced show. And then I heard, I apologize for me, I can hardly see this. And we're gonna do.
We're not gonna do the show.
We're not gonna do the show.
He's got a sore throat.
Because Ozzy's.
No, we're doing the show again.
Now we're not doing the show. That sounds like sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sounds familiar. Only it was over a sore throat, not like Parkinson's disease. But it was on and off, and then
So yeah,
it was off.
They did the
and
show.
It was on, and it was off, and it was on. And Skolnick continued. I remember at one time he had a teleprompter. This is back then.
He said he's not the only singer that uses one.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But and they were auditioning the teleprompter operator.
They had
and so she was new as well.
They had to audition as someone to scroll the thing.
But she screwed up at some point.
You got to do it at the right speed.
So there was nothing on the teleprompter.
You figure isn't the teleprompter like automatic though? Do you need a?
I mean, maybe you have to react.
I've used maybe
you
have
can't
to
just let it flow because there's there's an unknown time in between songs.
Sure, maybe they stop or something. Maybe they do like a little solo or something. Yeah, because I've
maybe
used
a solo goes long. You got to have a human on it, I guess.
I used to have a teleprompter when I used to do my show on YouTube. I used to have a teleprompter. Literally, when I'd write a script, I would literally make myself a teleprompter.
And so she messed up, and Ozzy looked over, and Alex Skolnick says it was the most evil look I'd ever seen in my life. It was like Satan.
They knew.
But after that show, like Ozzy thought Alex did well, but apparently Sharon didn't like him.
Yeah, that's what always happens.
And that's why he's out.
That is the final word. If Sharon doesn't like you, that's why Bill Ward was not allowed to be in the band again.
Anyway, I like that little slice of
Yeah,
life.
yeah. I think we've said that before. If you're on, Ozzy's probably all friendly and stuff, but if you're on Sharon's wrong side, then you're out. That's it. You're not. Ozzy's not going to be like, but it's all right. He's like, oh, well, sorry, dude. He's gonna be like, sorry, dude. I'd like you, but boss says no. So yeah.
All right, and that ends our Ozzy.
So yeah, so Alex Skolnick was in the. He was a lesser known member of that pantheon of famous Ozzy guitarists. I think at that time Alex Skolnick wasn't nearly as big as a name.
No.
As he was today. I mean, he was a guy from Testament, but like most people didn't really, he wasn't really.
He was a little too
in the metal guitarist, legendary family.
He said Sharon didn't like the way he stood.
Yeah. It's gonna be a little, and to Sharon, obviously she has this aesthetic she wants for Ozzy's performance, and if you're not going to meet that. I understand what she's doing. I think Sharon invented, we always talk about Ozzy metal. Sharon invented Ozzy metal, okay? That's just that's how she wants that music to go. She has a familiarity in music. I mean, obviously, she comes from that sort of family, of people in the industry. So I think she has an idea of what she wants this creation to sound like. And that's why we have Ozzy metal. It's really, Sharon probably vetoes, says yes or no at the end of the day, whatever Ozzy's recording. So, you think Ozzy's making that horrible music himself, totally, alone? I don't think so. Can't you picture Ozzy making a decision at the end of the day, being like, oh, yeah, I really like that. Sharon's like, that's how it's going to go, because Ozzy, that was sell. You understand? Yeah. It's that simple.
All right.
What's this down here?
We're not watching that.
Oh, it's just that guy. That's that really
Yes.
the Loudwire really bad interviewer guy interviewing him. Yes, whoever that guy is just really bad. So I wonder how
checking
I was
in.
I was really curious how Vince Neil was doing his recovery, his retraining,
his regimen,
his his training montage. You could play some Rocky music while he's training hard to be in the next the big Motley Crue show coming up. Obviously he's gonna be a big tour. Motley Crue is gonna be a couple of $1 million a show. Is it? Yeah, I think it was over like $1 million a show, was it? Or a very high amount of money, which is insane. Obviously, and we were all concerned. We weren't concerned about the other members, but we were concerned about Vince Neil based on that famous video, that viral video you've all seen of his last 2015 performance of the band, which was essentially gibberish. So, we've been following this in Here Lies Metal, like, oh, wow, I'm sure Vince Neil's really preparing for this because, it's a big
we're
paycheck
rooting for him.
So, but recently, we were, Sam and I were talking about these videos that you could pay all of your favorite musicians and actors a certain amount of money, and they'll do your friend's birthday or any kind of announcement
anything
you want.
them to say, they'll say it.
And I was always surprised who does this. I was like, really, that guy will do that for like $400? It's like, that's not, it's obviously a very short message, and Vince Neil is probably one of the higher earners on that service, whereas you can get your favorite YouTube MagTow hero for for $25 maybe, and they'll do it for you. But someone like Vince Neil costs $400 was it?
I don't know how much they paid.
A video message from Motley Crue singer Vince Neil's this is obviously some from various person that was really into Motley Crue. He wanted to send a birthday message to his friend who turned 40, and basically this gives you a 25-second video. You basically send the text to Vince Neil, or he gets the text from someone, and you're kind of expected to say exactly what's written there. It's not it's not that hard, too much to ask for. Of course, if I did, I'd probably screw it up too. But but it doesn't have to be live. You just keep doing it over, right? I mean, but yes, I guess
I don't know.
I guess
I don't
someone
know
like Vince Neil
rules.
probably doesn't want to keep doing it over.
I'm sure he did
though.
it once. He wasn't going to do multiple takes.
Yeah, I'm sure he's like, that's it. That's all I'm doing.
That's another $400 for 2 takes.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not doing that over.
But so they gave him a script, and I would say he actually did pretty well, considering he probably.
A lot of people were originally saying it was horrible and he was drunk. But watching it, like, I don't think.
He might not be drunk. His brain is just full of holes.
Yeah,
from,
I think. Yeah.
His life that he's
from
had.
Drinking a lot.
It's difficult for him to speak.
Yeah.
Or he could be drunk.
I didn't get
that is possible.
Like I think he just slurs. Like I think his brain is just broken.
He probably just slurs naturally. You know,
like I think it just happens when you did things to your brain. Like he was a really big drinker. So the clip in question was uploaded on YouTube by a user called Skunked Life. Okay.
Do you want to watch it?
I think we could watch it. We should watch this. Basically he
scroll down. Put it on.
He does a really quick line, so it's very quick.
You're gonna have to get through this guy's intro.
I think we can.
Totally
he's got that really.
Intro.
Yeah, he put his little bumper on it. So I can't extend this one because it's embedded on here. But okay, here we go.
So just click through his intro. Or not.
Oops. What am I? Oh, yeah, I'm trying to do. I'm always doing it on the wrong screen. There we go. No. Sorry about that, people. Okay. Yeah, that's like half the video. Thank you. Okay, go, Vince.
This is Vince. Hey, I want to say happy birthday, brother. This is actually from Christian, Mom, Ethan, and Blake. So keep on rocking, shout the devil, and do some feel good stuff in big old 4-0, you man. Right. See you later.
I think he was just nervous, like he just slur a lot of it. Hey, look, it's Tucker Carlson. He
I think he just read it once and then did it like 5 minutes later, and he
was just like whatever.
He didn't really care.
Looks like he was out and about doing something.
I don't think
first
he
of all,
earned his $400.
No, you should get half for that. You should get half for that. You didn't do it well. You skipped a lot of shit. You kind of slurred the guy's name.
A $50.
Yeah. You get $50 for that, and you'd be happy. They should. Based on the quality, they should be like, all right, well,
think about how oh my God, what's his name? The opposite of Vince Neil.
Brett Michaels, Axl Rose, who?
The other guy we're making fun of. David Lee Roth.
Okay, that's
Diamond
not really.
Dave.
That's
Think of how much effort Diamond Dave would put into this.
Oh, Dave. I wonder if David Lee Roth does that though. I think he would just be too much money.
I don't know. He should do it because I bet he'd be really good.
Though David Lee Roth, as well spoken as he is and as energetic he is when he does interviews, his singing isn't much better than Vince Neil's.
Yeah, honestly. But he would not half-ass this shit.
No, that he would ham it up.
Yes.
So I feel like it would cost more than $400 for Diamond Dave to do it.
I don't know. $400 is a lot of money for 45 seconds.
For 45 seconds, that's like some really high earning there. That's some really
25 seconds actually.
I wonder if we should look that up on the thing. If you can get Diamond Dave to do it.
Okay.
But speaking of, never mind Vince's slurring speech and potential drunkenness. I think he does not look like he still looks like he swallowed yet another basketball. I mean, his face looks all bloated and just he does not look like someone that is working hard. Usually when you start losing weight, your face is usually the first thing to go. It kind of gets.
I don't know if that's necessarily true.
For me, it was you're kind of you start getting your jaw, and he does not look like that's happening.
I would think that's the last thing that happens.
And I think someone that just isn't taking care of, someone that isn't eating right, someone that's just sitting around. You start bloating up.
He didn't look great.
Eating a lot. You drinking a lot.
As long as he's got a better cardiovascular system.
Yeah, it says here Neil charges $400 by the way for cameo videos.
So that he can at least sing while standing.
Yeah, he could hardly speak when he's standing.
That would be an improvement.
Yeah. So
over what it was before.
Obviously, that tour is this year. I guess towards
it's in
spring,
June.
towards summertime as big tours happen. It's gonna be a disaster. Okay, you don't have a lot of time. Working out and getting in shape isn't like a 1 month thing. It's like a year thing. So at best, if you started now, hitting it hard, by June, and at your age, it's not gonna happen. My vote is it's gonna be a disaster, and I don't know how that's gonna work for the tour because this is a very high grossing, very high priced tour. Fans might be like, "Fuck this shit."
If you can't hit your little cameo out of the park,
you need to this.
I don't know.
And I'm not gonna be like, oh, he can't do this. It's just being up there for me, just playing guitar at some shitty show is exhausting for me.
Yeah.
And he has to do 10 times as much as I have to do. And he's an old man that is not in good health. So he has a very little chance of getting this done.
All right.
What's next? Dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, this shit again. How many times am I going to hear Bruce Dickinson be like, we're never fucking retiring, never fucking
that's
retiring?
not what he said
He
last
said this like
time.
120
That
times.
is not what he said
What did he
last
say
time.
last time? We have it on record.
Last time, he didn't say, like, anything, like, as hardcore as this. He just said, like, we're never going to make an announcement that we're going to retire. We might just stop.
He
Like,
just
that's
keeps,
possible.
he keeps on
so
with
he
that
said
stuff,
we might stop, but we're not going to say
But-
we retired.
But I reacted the same way last
so
time.
it made it seem like, if you don't see any touring from Iron Maiden, don't be surprised.
Yeah, but aren't they going to
They're
make...
not going to make some big announcement. That was what I took it as.
Yeah, they are.
But so this is
Why
different.
wouldn't they?
Because he said that they wouldn't make the announcement.
They're-
So this is him saying, no, he's going back on it. He's saying there's no end in sight. Before he was saying there could be an end in sight, but we're not going to make a big deal out of it and make some stupid tour that it's our last tour.
I feel like
we're
this
never
is-
going to do that. That's what he said.
This is not the first time he's been on with this bullshit. And it's just not realistic to say such a thing. Why is he's starting to look like Eddie? Like,
Well,
isn't he starting to look like Eddie the Head?
Here's
Like,
the thing.
I think he
Here's
is
the thing.
turning into Eddie.
I think he's starting to feel his oats a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, he's having a little renaissance. He grew his hair out again.
Yeah.
He
used to have that short hair.
He left his wife. He's got a new lady.
Yeah, he's like, I'm a rocker
He's got a
again.
hot new lady.
You know, maybe he's not even a pilot. I mean, for all he's like living
don't
this
know what
clean cut life. He has, fly. You can't. I don't think you fly planes looking like that.
So he's got a new outlook on life than when he was speaking before about potentially retiring.
Obviously, he has a huge amount of money if he was able to just drop $90 million on his ex-wife. $90 million. Think about that. $90 million for a divorce. Okay? He's just like, shing. There. Get out of my life.
This came up during the performance of his one-man speaking show.
Oh.
What does this button do?
Yes, that's like based on... Yeah, that'd be interesting because he's probably talking about his flying and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's obviously a very intelligent man, very driven guy, guy that owns an aerospace company. Like I said, he's trying to build a blimp that could lift military things. I don't see the use in that. But anyway, it's,
Yeah,
it's almost like something from an Iron Maiden album cover.
But he's saying that, the people will be replaced in the band. So that eventually there'll just be a whole new people. Not even him in the band anymore.
Everyone says that, though. Like Kiss,
no one says that.
Kiss said the same
Kiss might say that,
shit.
but that's totally plausible for Kiss. It's not plausible for any other band,
it's
really.
It's not realistic. No one's gonna watch Junior Kiss. You can't just be like, all right, this is Kiss.
I could see them playing
We're all
small clubs.
retiring. This, well, yeah, but
Like, they're not going to be a huge deal. But
no, like maybe some like super crazy Kiss nerds would be like, yeah, this is kind of Kiss. All right, you're playing Kiss songs, but it's essentially a Kiss cover band. And, you want the Iron Maiden cover band? You can't have a legacy. No band has ever had a legacy. Like, what band has ever done that?
I don't know. I think he's having a bit of a 3/4 life crisis here.
Yeah, he's like, I want the old man bands to just go away tomorrow. I want them all to just stop tomorrow.
We had fun when we saw Iron Maiden.
I mean,
No?
they're
You didn't?
listen,
You didn't
they're
have fun? You didn't enjoy it?
they're for an old man band, they're super energetic. You compare this guy to someone like Vince Neil. Don't say, this guy's obviously runs around the stage on a huge stage, by the way. It's not like some little stage. It's a huge arena stage, and he's running all over the thing, climbing all over it, which, is amazing. This is the guy that had cancer, by the way. So, yeah, that's very impressive that this guy can do that. He's obviously, running on 10 at all times. So, he's one of the rare, like where like Rob Halford really can't. He just kind of stumbles around, but he tries.
But he can still sing.
He can still sing, though. Rob
So
Halford,
that's-
obviously, you're expecting someone like that to sing. Rob Halford, honestly, was never a runarounder. Even in his young days, he was never like a runaround guy. But with that in mind, like I just want these old man bands to just be like, all right, we're done. Because it's gonna happen in the next few years. This is the time. It's the next like 5 years. We're gonna lose a couple of bands. And I want everyone to just be used to it and ready for it, Like we're gonna lose Ozzy this year. Mark my words. I'm gonna say it. I keep saying it. You cannot expect a guy with Parkinson's disease to go on a full tour. It's not gonna happen, people. Stop dreaming. Okay. Is that it?
Yes, that's it.
That's it. They always take these videos down. Somebody puts a video up and then they take it down. If you see that,
Bruce Dickinson's like, you may not watch my live show.
These I guess these like Blabbermouth is not legit in any way. I thought they were until like this guy interviews like, no, you could just put your article. I'm like, oh my god, these guys are not legit in any way. So when they put up a video, they're not asking permission to do this. So
we should just start putting our shit up on Blabbermouth.
Yeah, we could. Yeah. We want to make a difference. So anyway, this article from Brooklyn Vegan. Spirit Adrift and Chase Creeper, as we call them. They're now called Chase Creeper. Okay.
Chase Mason, for those who are not aware, is the front man for Gate Creeper.
And if you ever see a picture of Gate Creeper,
he has a beautiful mustache.
Yes. If you ever see a picture of Gate Creeper, it's just him with his stupid mustache. It's not like Gate Creeper. It's like Chase Mason. So I just called him Chase Creeper from now on. They are called Chase Creeper on Here Lies Metal from now on.
Anyway, in case you didn't know, Spirit Adrift, Gate Creeper is a old school death metal band. Spirit Adrift is one of those traditional heavy metal bands.
They're very like.
They've got a little bit of a
proggy,
doom
proggy
flavor.
doom, but like with that they have this theme to them that's just really like
a theme.
Yeah, they have this lyrical theme and this
I haven't listened to the lyrics.
Theme. Just their name, Spirit Adrift, is kind of like.
I don't have a problem with the name.
It's very new agey. Doesn't it feel very new agey to me? Like almost in a Mastodon kind of way.
I do think that their leader is a bit high-minded.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's a little bit into. He's thinking a little bit in esoteric things that the Gate Creeper guy could not give a fuck about.
His name, I think, his name is Nate.
Is that Nate?
Anyway, Nate and Chase are friends, kind of.
Yeah, they're in the.
It doesn't seem like they would be friends, but they are.
Yeah, they seem like very different people.
So Nate plays guitar, or he did play guitar in Gate Creeper, and he had this other band that was his real band where he wrote the music for Spirit Adrift, and Chase and another person in Gate Creeper, forget who, were in his band, I guess, just to be friends.
Yeah, we saw a Spirit Adrift in a very small club in Jersey City. This was really before they probably really caught on and people really knew who they were.
Yeah, it was right about before.
Because it wasn't hugely crowded.
I think this album, not this album that we have on the screen, but their last year's album had just come out at that point.
People knew who Gate Creeper was, but I don't think a lot of people knew about Spirit Adrift yet.
No.
At that point.
But they seemed to blow up this year. Everyone was talking about them at the end of the year list.
They were on a lot of lists.
Number usually below Gate Creeper. They would usually both be on the same lists. So I don't know.
They're not. Spirit Adrift isn't doing anything interesting.
I'd seen an interview with Gate Creeper.
I had discovered Spirit Adrift before we saw them, and I was like, "Oh, you want to see these guys?" And you were like, "Who are they?" I'm like, let's just see them." And I wasn't aware that it was the guy either from Gate Creeper.
I'd heard of them, and I knew that it was the guy, the Gate Creeper people. Anyway, I'd seen an interview with them, or I read something, and they were discussing the potential of this just because of how well Spirit Adrift was doing.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really a surprise to me.
So now in Spirit Adrift, Chase is no longer in Spirit Adrift.
No, he's not.
So they have to get
a new bass player.
And that dude is no longer in Gate Creeper.
Yep, he's not in Gate Creeper anymore.
Right.
So they've got to get a new.
So it's just those two guys.
The second guitar.
So they're now no longer connected. These bands. These are now independent bands.
They're independent.
They're unassociated. I have this really. I have this picture of the guy from when I shot Gate Creeper. I got this really good picture of the Spirit Adrift guy. And he's looking right at my camera. And everyone really liked the picture, because he's just looking right at me. It's a really good picture. I should. I don't think I have it on my photo site though. I could probably just call it up, but I don't think I have it.
Okay.
I don't know if I can put that on, but
so
it's a picture I remember of that guy.
I don't know. I think Spirit Adrift, he's gonna find that without Chase there, the ladies aren't gonna come out.
No, there's no mustache. No one likes the Spirit Adrift guy. He's a nerd. He's clearly a nerd.
I wouldn't say that.
He's the whole idea of, I imagine Chase didn't write this stuff. The whole idea of Spirit Adrift is just very nerdy to me. Whereas Gate Creeper is more more of that when
I think without his death metal friends in the band anymore, it's probably just gonna go right into space. He's just gonna float up
it's gonna get completely prog. He's gonna start making album covers that look like Yes album covers. But yeah, when 2 Minutes to Late Night interviewed Chase seems like just an Arizona guy's like yeah man, I don't know man. He's clearly, unless he's just trolling him, he's just fucking with that guy. You know, he's just like, like I'm just gonna fuck with this guy. You know, he's dressed like a clown. He's just like a heavy metal clown. I'm just gonna fuck with him. You know, I don't know, but he just seems like, you know, like an Arizona guy. You know, he's a real Arizona guy. You know how it is with them.
Anyway,
They're just like, yeah.
Gate Creeper is no longer a weird portal into the world of
Nope.
regular heavy metal.
They're
No
in-
connection anymore.
They're independent, which is a better thing. Because I kind of thought it was weird, you know, when I saw that the guys from Gate Creeper were in that. I'm like, that really? I'm like, Gate Creeper guys are doing this? Because it wasn't anything like Gate Creeper at all.
No, it's not.
Not even remotely.
Not even close.
Yeah. So I was like, really? They're into this? Because I don't like this at all.
Well, I mean, the way they put it was that Nate writes for Spirit Drift,
Yeah.
and Chase and another guy write
Yeah.
everything for Gate Creeper. So there's no, like, you know.
So there's musical differences, and Nate wants to do this stuff. This weird, new agey, proggy metal crap stuff. I'm not into it. I don't like it. I listened to the album, and I was like, bleh. Not into it.
Wasn't my favorite. It wasn't bad. I'm not gonna shit
Wasn't-
on it
wasn't
like
down with it.
Maledictus over here.
Yeah, that's what I do. Listen, you need me here to tell the truth about everything.
That's
okay?
not the truth,
It
though.
is the
It's
truth.
not bad.
It's the truth.
Okay.
When I
Moving
say
on.
it is gospel. It is fact. Spirit Drift just isn't any good. Okay. I just don't like it. So anyway, what do we got here? Okay, so we talked about this guy. We thought this was kind of funny. We were talking about this guy when he did this crime a couple of months ago, maybe a few months ago.
Maybe last year.
Yeah, it was last
Like
year,
a year
definitely.
ago.
Yeah, it's definitely last year. And he pleads guilty. So, you know, obviously.
So what did he do? What was the original crime?
So it was a church in.
It was like four
It's
churches.
It's rural churches, by the way, like, you know, kind of like little
In Louisiana.
wooden churches. Yeah, which they don't really, you know, take
And
kindly
they were
to.
also historically black churches.
Yes, so obviously, you know, there's always like, you know, there's automatically like a thing of like racism, and I don't know if that was, I'm not sure if that was his motive, you know, because I think he just found any church really that, you know, didn't really matter.
He didn't explicitly say
Yeah, because they were
that,
black
but
churches.
he is a black metal guy.
Yeah, which, you know, you never know with these guys. You never know with the black
Especially
metal guys.
One like this,
Yeah.
who is a fucking edgelord
Yeah.
fan of Varg.
So yeah, so this guy, yeah, which, you know, which brings him closer to that whole thing, because, you know, obviously, every time, you know, there's this meme, and every time you look up a black metal band, you know, those black metal bands really cool, and you look them up in the archives, like, oh shit, I can't listen to these guys. And he's like, oh shit, no, I can't. I guess, like, you know, can't be associated with these guys. I'm gonna get canceled forever. Yeah, you know what that means. So, yeah, this guy burnt out a couple of churches, and, you know, he did it for
He did it for Varg.
Did
he
it for-
did it for cred.
he did it for the nookie. Okay, him and Fred Durst, they did it for the nookie, and yeah, so he burnt down some churches. Just wanted cred, man. Like, you know, what's the end?
He
Well,
wasn't getting enough respect on the forums, on the black metal
he's like,
forums.
well, I burnt down
He
a
was
church.
active in
Oh
these,
yeah, how many? 4 of them. Shit, and they were black churches.
I mean, on
Yeah.
the one hand, this guy is only 22.
He's 22, but, you know, at 22,
He
I wasn't. You know,
knows less than nothing.
yeah, especially. Well, I think 22-year-olds.
Negative intelligence.
Yeah, I think 22-year-olds, believe it or not, despite all like the information they have, they're dumber than 22-year-olds were like in 1992. Like, you're just like, I feel like, you know, in back in the day, 22-year-olds were kind of like had to kind of get their shit together. You know, back in the old days, like you kind of had to like be going somewhere. You know, today, like they're just like really just children in their 20s. So yeah, you know, he but he pleaded guilty to this.
Well, he obviously did it. Like,
Yeah, obviously there's
there
no-
were receipts of him buying the gas.
It's like, no, it wasn't me. It was a guy that looked like me, and somebody stole my
And
credit card.
He
and
bragged about doing it to his online black metal friends.
Yeah, you know, just like Varg did. I mean, he had the same intelligence level of.
I mean, he was
Varg,
trying to
really.
recreate, you know, 1992 Oslo.
Yeah, he didn't obviously stab someone 53
But he was in
times.
Louisiana by himself.
Yeah.
And,
See what Varg. Varg, are you proud of yourself wherever you are? They made you disappear, Varg. I wish you were still there, Varg, because I used to get so much entertainment every week watching your videos about YouTube.
but
no,
look what
they
look
couldn't
what
have you.
he did.
No one.
There would be these churches.
This kid is obviously of a very low intelligence level.
You think he would have done that if Varg never existed?
I don't know,
No, he would not have.
but he's obviously easily influenced. He's really dumb.
He might have done some other stupid shit, but he wouldn't
Yeah.
have done this stupid
I
shit.
mean, obviously, this guy is being linked to, you know, obviously in his testimony and, you know, confessions, whatever, with the cops. He was admitted a fan of Bertram, and Varg, and we know what Varg did.
He's a one-man black metal guy.
Yeah, Varg is. Yeah, we will have when we do that. We will have have Varg.
No one was respecting his music.
Well, obviously.
So,
I mean, it was.
he had to show that he was true.
Yeah, he's like, well, here I burnt this church. This is, this just never gets old. This whole thing. When somebody does this, and it's all because I think Varg really was like the pioneer of this. Obviously, he probably wasn't the first person to do it, but I think he really made this a thing. Then you kind of had this culture of people Gall doing. I remember when that interview with Gall was telling how I would have burned down churches, but I don't think Gall actually ever did shit though.
He did something.
I don't know.
He was in jail.
He was in jail.
He was in prison.
Do?
I'm not sure. I think it was more like torturing someone.
Oh, that's right. But that was after that. Yeah, he
That was way later.
Yeah, but I think it was just some. No, I think that was probably just some S&M shit with.
Things.
I didn't even know he was gay at
culture.
that time. Yeah, I didn't even know he was gay when he did that. I thought he but no, it was probably some sexual thing gone
some
wrong.
lovers quarrel gone awry.
That's what I bet it was. He was playing around and probably got a little, the guy he didn't listen to the guy's safe word. And he's like, no, that's not your safe word. He's like, no. And he's like, no, really? He's like, no,
so it was
no.
like a bad breakup, and
yeah,
he got accused of something by his ex.
Yeah, and I didn't even know he was gay at that time. But now I'm like, oh,
anyway, we're really speculating here. We have no idea. We've done no research.
That's my theory as to what happened there. Now it all comes clear. It's it was some weird pervy thing.
What I take from this is that people are just surprisingly to say not making fun of black metal edgelords enough. That this kid thought it was legitimate to burn down churches for cred.
He was kind of doing it 20 years too late. Too. No one was really doing it anymore.
How does he not think that this is ridiculous and retarded?
He saw the well, I think when he originally did this, we were talking about him seeing the movie.
The movie hadn't come out yet.
Really? Was not yet when he did this?
Nope.
Was not at all?
I'm pretty sure it hadn't. No, this is a kid.
There was somebody who did this because there was a couple of these things going on last year.
Is deep in the culture.
Yeah,
he's probably of the camp that hates the movie, that thinks it's all bullshit because it doesn't make Varg look good. Well, most black metal guys hate that movie.
Yeah, definitely most, including Varg.
This is a true cult gentleman, so I'm sure he hated that movie.
Because there was a couple of burnings that happened around that movie, and I was like, oh, this movie is obviously. I remember saying that, this movie.
But they were not black. They were not black
causing
metal stuff.
They
were not. This is the only explicit black metal church burning we've had.
Who mentioned Varg and Bortsum. So.
Anyway.
There's a Church Arson Prevention Act in that state.
Well,
That's a law.
I mean, the burning of black churches is kind of a thing.
I thought you just burn a building, you're in trouble. I figured if you burn any building, you're equally in trouble, whether anyone dies or not.
Black churches used to be targeted,
Oh, right. So specifically, so
yes.
Will they give you more time? I think if you just burn.
It might be, more of a hate crime.
I think if you just burn any building, you should probably get in trouble equally. Burn any building, you shouldn't be burning buildings. It's like, no, really don't burn that building though. You just don't burn any building. All buildings matter. Yeah.
Seriously?
All buildings matter. I hope buildings aren't being burnt.
What about I
don't want buildings being burnt by crazy edgelords.
The private prison. Burn down the private prison.
Then prisoners inside will burn to death. They won't be able to get out. It's not really
what if you set them free?
It's not made to escape.
You set them free first. And then you burn it down. You burn one down that's being built.
Okay, that's more
planning
it.
That building is more evil.
Yes, I suppose.
And it is.
But if you burn down, thing that people are designed not to get out of, they're probably gonna die in there.
Okay, I'm just saying, a building with an evil purpose.
Yeah, like a Walmart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like an empty Walmart, if that ever happened.
Yeah.
Anyway.
An Amazon warehouse, but then you won't get your stuff. You want your stuff though, as bad as the thing, is about Amazon, and you want your stuff though. I ordered these headphones, and I want them the next day. I need them for the podcast. If you wanted to burn down this thing where people aren't allowed, or where people have to piss their pants to get paid, it's like a double-edged sword.
Anyway, we don't know if this guy was spreading a racist message. It might just have been a convenience thing because he's in the Deep South. There's a lot of black churches around.
Yeah, and
probably easier to burn down a black church because the police don't care as much.
I'm sure there's been a few.
Probably be a lot harder to burn down your white Baptist church.
Yeah, I mean he looks like a good old boy from there. He just said
I think his dad was a cop.
Oh, typical. I'm sure there's a few sisters and cousins close by in this family. But that just happens. But he got into black metal and But he's gonna do his time. So.
But he's here to take back Louisiana for the for the Vikings.
Yeah, that's right. Of all places, he doesn't want Christianity to spread in Louisiana, because originally Louisiana was the land of the pagans until the Christians came, and they violently ousted our peaceful pagans from Louisiana.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, make fun of Varg and black metal bullshittery more often.
I wish Varg was still here.
And maybe kids like that won't fucking do stupid shit like this.
I wish Varg was still here. I miss Varg.
You can blame Varg for this.
Yeah, but I just
this is an objectively bad thing.
We have to learn to just learn. I mean, obviously you can't expect this kid. He sees Varg and he's like, I gotta do that. But when I see Varg, I laugh. I don't want to burn a church.
But you're like 42. He is 20 years
22.
Younger than you.
I think I know 22-year-olds that also laugh when they see
I'm sure
Varg.
there are many that do.
But I guess they're more likely.
They're not all retarded.
Yeah,
but some of them are.
They're more likely to be like, whoa. Or, or maybe they'll be appalled by it, or maybe, they'll be like, yeah, maybe they'll be inspired. Either way, they'll probably have more of a stronger reaction than me, where I think it's just funny when I see a person, a grown man, talking like that, driving around in his Volkswagen bus with his children. I just, in France.
Yeah, but he was also watching the Thulian perspective.
It was the Thulian perspective.
And it was not helping
Will
him.
someone burn down a church by watching the Thulian perspective? Let's find out.
I would like to know what Varg has to say.
Where is he?
This.
Is he on, could we find him on another service? I bet you he's somewhere and we just don't know it. Mission for next week. Where's Varg? We're going to find him. He's got to, he can't,
you can find him.
He didn't just stop. There's no way he just stopped, because he's got to tell you about, all the problems, all the conspiracies.
I think he's on Twitter.
And how, the Jews are taking over Europe. He's got to, he does do that. Like, he does. That's probably one reason why he's not there anymore, because he's pretty open about that stuff. But you could never really tell if Varg was left wing or right wing. He was definitely very anarchical in a lot of his
It's hard to be left wing when you have racist conspiracy theories.
You get some really far left wing guys though that are
name one.
That are well, I can't name any names.
Exactly.
But you get some guys that are kind of the Jews. You get some of those guys.
They're not on the left though. Those are all on the right.
I don't know. Sometimes they're kind of
you do
anarchical.
have left-wing conspiracy people, but they're not racist. That's part of being on the left.
They're kind of anarchical commie kind of guys.
Yeah, but they're not
and they're
racist.
It's because of the Jews. You'll get those guys. They're kind of going for that Stalin thing.
Those are right wing people.
Well, but they're going with the pro-Stalin thing though.
Stalin was an authoritarian.
Yeah, but he did not. But but they're coming from that. They believe in communist values. I mean, in a Stalinistic kind of.
Yeah, that is the opposite of anarcho anything.
I know, but they're kind of how Stalin
right.
obviously was not a fan of certain people.
Maledictus seems to enjoy the black metal bullshit, but
I love it.
Say make fun
I
of
want
it
more stuff like this,
and we won't have any stupid assholes burning shit to the ground.
Yeah, for now. I mean, it's not going to be any. They're kind of all gone, really. That Varg was kind of the last one.
That's why this is so funny in a way. It's
and Gal was never serious.
Stupid idiot. It's you are not in Norway. You are not taking back any land for the pagans. Yeah. He was doing it he admitted he was doing it for cred. He didn't have any kind of philosophy behind it. It was just for cred.
He had to,
which is also very
did
funny,
it for the Norwegian.
It is unfortunate that these buildings had to perish.
His original Norwegian ancestors in the bayou.
I wonder what his actual ancestry is.
Yeah, he's.
His last name is Matthews, so he's probably British.
Yeah, white kid.
Okay. Anyway, let's wrap this up.
So, all right, that's all for. So yeah, that was our once again. Thank you for watching. For all the people that didn't watch, and quiet day today. No comments from the peanut gallery today, but maybe next time. Yeah, people are busy today. It's Monday. It's a shitty day. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for listening. Be sure to follow us on social media, including Twitter at Here Lies Metal, Facebook at Here Lies Metal, Instagram Metal Lies Here, and give me a shout out on Gmail, hereliesmetal@gmail.com or hereliesdictus@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the Here Lies Metal YouTube channel, and comment down below if you have anything bad to say. Don't forget to like or thumbs up or thumbs down, and ring that bell for to hear about our new episodes every Monday. So once again, thank you for watching this. This episode went a little longer. Didn't we? We should always like cut it off at 1 hour, maybe. I don't know.
You are the one who rambles.
I ramble. I had nothing else to
I'm
do.
always waiting for you to end a segment.
Rambling on. So yeah, that's the show today, people. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna put this on our YouTube channel tomorrow, probably, like we always do. And keep on watching the Here Lies Metal podcast for news that other people already found every week. And we're gonna be working on some new playlist episodes for you on the Spotify. So yeah.
Say goodnight.
Good night, everyone, and yeah, check us out on check out our podcast too on the Spotify, on the iTunes, all that shit. You know the whole thing. So yeah, we're tired today. It's raining out. So yeah, there'll be some big news coming up for Here Lies Metal. By the way, we're gonna do some expansion, so we'll talk about that later. So yeah, everyone, good night, and thank you for watching. Everyone, we'll see you soon. Good night.